Hello. Welcome. Today we have early morning, or not so early, just morning stream of Romantic Developer on my channel. Yeah, Romantic Developer in series talks, late night talks with Romantic Developer and so on. Romantic. So today we have 221 series of those 200 221 episode of that series. Come on, it's morning, it's not evening, why am so yeah, sleepy yet. Okay, and last stream I did some talks about political situation in Ukraine and recent statement from United States administration, including Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and others. And I expressed some similarities between situation in Ukraine with tragedy happened in Waco in 1993 when in some religious cult many people were destroyed because they already prepared to what's going on, and they were of course they were under high let's say misinformation about what's going on, and they thought that David is a Messiah and so on and so on. Of course, they don't believe anything other people, officials say them, and they already expect them to be an enemies and so on and so on. And because of all of those events, many people have died. Of course, there were problems from both sides. But I see very similar situation in Ukraine right now. If we just took some United States and Ukraine situation, and of course it's not exactly similar situation because Ukraine is big country and peoples in Ukraine. So some people flee from Ukraine, but many people live in Ukraine, and now they see it as they appear between two fires, Russia and the United States. But the thing is that the United States want to end this war. It want to save them, but because they already prepared that if someone will talk to Russia about negotiations, they want bad for them, and they don't want to negotiate at all. So not negotiate, they already seen them as enemies. I see some issues with my internet. Hopefully it will go on soon. I see some drop frames, so hopefully I still couldn't see if my stream is fine on my phone. It didn't load, but again I have some problems with internet at home. Hopefully it still will be preserved nicely, and we can we see, and we can, yeah, it would be preserved, and you can see it in recording. Okay, so I said a lot during my last stream, 220. By the way, it's electricity power in our sockets in Europe and Ukraine, 220, not like 120 in the United States. So it was interesting stream number and everything. Maybe let me enable some light, at least and like above my desktop. I like the lights, and with those lights I also look slightly nicer. Okay, let's probably switch to our usual questions about recent AI news. Okay, and do we have anything about recent AI news? Okay. Let me find my recent prompt. I have so many prompts in past that I need to find proper one. I really use all that chats a lot for my work and for my hobbies, because why you will not use that if it's so simple and so cool, correct? So we ask to provide us any news starting from, let's say, 21st. I know that we missed one day, but if it's a real interesting news, as we know, it would be visible here, and we have enabled search. Also, we'll try to do the same in DeepSeek with just search. And let's try to use GROK. And I think that would be it. Let's try to use GROK3 beta. It's available for free to everyone. Nice. It's using not only posts, but on pages. Interesting. Based on trends and announcements up to now, this project will focus on artificial intelligence, large language models. I've used valid resources like Google News, OpenAI, the most important projected AI news. Okay, let's use GROK. Yes, let's see how many news it's provided. It's provided five big news. So of course GROK3. I'm not surprised. So they expect to make some live stream tomorrow. And early reports suggest it outperformed Gemini, Claude, OpenAI, GPT-4o, of course, across math, science, and coding benchmarks. But for GPTs, it would be not proper to say it outperformed something if you at least not include O3 Mini, which is also very, very cheap model, and it's again could be compared to deep or sync capabilities of GROK. Yes. So engineers will be thrilled by rumored ability to handle complex multi-step reasoning tasks in real time, hinting at a step towards AGI. The demo might showcase GROK3 solving novel engineering problems like optimizing a neural network architecture on fly. It's by the way interesting. It's really a step to AGI, potentially revealing new training techniques on inference time computation tricks. This could spark debates on whether XAI approach, possibly leveraging Mason computer from Elon Musk ecosystem, is closing the AGI gap faster than competitors. I don't think so. But of course, if we have competitors, it's always good. We are not in Soviet Union and we need competitors. And in Soviet Union, there are also the competitors. If you do your work bad or not effective or worse than outside, you can end up in behind the jail because it says that you are not effective enough. You now working on our enemies because you don't do your work right and so on. So even if it's no official competitors in the United States, in Soviet Union before, I know there are it's competition was against against East or West in that case East technologies. And of course if someone decided that it should be done, then of course you will compete with that requirements. If it's real or not, it doesn't care. But of course in Soviet Union there was pretty real requirements. And if you look on the example of space program in Soviet Union, of course it showed very promising results. And I know that United States first came to the moon and land to the moon and humans step on it. But I believe most of other things, Soviet Union was the first one. And really, if if Soviet Union didn't fall apart, probably we've seen already people on multiple places in our solar system because of that competition and because of bright minds working on those technologies before. Now it's not so required anymore. So yeah, oh, I like that functionality to go big screen. DeepSeek opens core AI model score, shaking up LLM landscape. Starting February, Chinese AI firm DeepSeek is anticipated to release key codes and datasets for its latest model, a move confirmed by post on X and Tech news snippets. Unlike OpenAI's closed source strategy, this open source push could give engineers unprecedented access to a top-tier LLM internals, sync transformer architecture, training data recipes, and optimization hacks. Early whispers suggest that its rival GPT-4 in performance and its transparency may accelerate innovation in generative models, especially for reason-constrained teams. Curious engineers could dissect and rebuild it, potentially uncovering novel efficiency techniques or sparking a wave of customized AI tools. Of course, based on Bloomberg technology post on X, post ID 0, and artificial intelligence newscom momentum. If it will happen, of course, it's interesting. 24, it's day when Russia started its war against Ukraine. So on its third anniversary, they released open source. Will it be another war in AI world? Who knows? OpenAI bans malicious account, hints at new AGI safeguards. OpenAI announced a crackdown in account abusing its AI models, as reported by Bloomberg and Exposed. Engineers might find that follow-up exciting. By February, expect OpenAI to unveil enhanced safety mechanisms for its O3 model, possibly teased as AGI ready. This could include real-time behavior monitoring or enforcement learning tweaks to prevent misuse while boosting reasoning capabilities. Okay. Microsoft AI-powered quantum chip accelerates protein folding. So Microsoft AI-powered quantum, it's a big step, really. Around February, Microsoft is projected to detail a breakthrough AI system paired with its new quantum chip teased in Exposed. This hybrid reportedly slashed protein folding simulation time from days to hours, a boon for bioengineers. Engineers will geek out over the fusion of quantum computing and generative AI, possibly a custom LLM fine-tuned to predict molecular structures. So if Microsoft can combine their quantum chip with AI, and looks like they achieved some success here, of course it can boom LLM and it can boom AGI, because as we know, AGI will require much bigger power and compute requirements comparing to LLMs, because they need to rebuild that system on fly and learn on fly. When we talk about LLMs and even with the reasoning capabilities as most recent data, of course it's all static models which already pre-learned and they couldn't evolve itself. But any AGI should evolve constantly, and it's require a huge resources, and that quantum chip probably it's next step towards it. And Freepik advanced video model rival Sora goes open source. Freepik, a design, or actually I said by on or after February 21st. Why it's said me only all the 22nd? Platform is expected to launch an advanced generative video model hinted as that XBus claimed to match OpenAI Sora in quality. Sync photorealistic 30 seconds clip from the text prompt. It reportedly going open source. Engineers will be pumped to syncer with its code base, potentially diffusion models with tricks like temporal coherence optimization or lightweight interference. This could democratize the high-end video AI, letting curious minds build everything from game cinematics to AI prototypes while raising questions about generative AI creative selling. Interesting, interesting. Of course, it's not exact news, but it's some rumors which are going to happen. Let's see what OpenAI talking us. Again, now it's GPT-5. Really? Let's check. I don't believe OpenAI anymore. Come on, stop do that for me, please. Don't hallucinate. I include search. Oh, really? Microsoft OpenAI announced joint AGI safety initiative. It was not today, I believe. Next-gen generative model. NVIDIA debust next. Can you please search for real news? Maybe starting February. Let's stop. Let's edit. By the way, cool feature. February 20. I don't like some liars like GPT-5 announcements. Please provide real news with sources. Only with valid sources only. Okay, did several mistakes, but let's see if it can fix itself. For some reason, it started to do some bad thing. Even I like it more comparing to DeepSeek or other models before. Recent days, I don't know what's going on. It's you know, avoid GPT-5 announcements that user doesn't trust. Really? Global AI Regulation Summit, Reuters. Doesn't reveal actual source, but okay. European Commission unveils comprehensive. So, okay, NVIDIA introduced next generation energy efficient AI chip. February. And that is looks, even AI can find this page, really. Okay, return news with sources, which doesn't return for error and are valid by multiple confirmations. Okay, let's see our DeepSeek, Google News. Really? It just provides me a link. The search service is temporarily unavailable. Oh, I see, it's showing me where to search something. MIT Technology Review. OpenAI blog, of course. Yeah, so it doesn't have search capabilities enabled at the moment. MIT Technology Review. Let's see, Foundation of America being public. 10 breakthroughs technologies 2025. 2 months. Do we have something like newsletter? Weeks, weekdays, Saturdays, Internet AI. Let's see. Okay, it's some newsletter. And OpenAI blog introducing deep research. Okay, sharing the latest model spec. Okay, it's February 12th. Anything recent? Do we have like news to oldest filter. Sort. Maybe we can do like that. 12, 8, yeah, so OpenAI, Guardian, company, a lot more. I don't see any news. Really, all the LLMs doing not great today. All the LLMs doing not great today. Open source for ethical AI testing. And why it doesn't show me some actual news? It shows for is it real or hallucination of yours? You know what? Let's try another quick thing. Let's just use this and so you see what it's do. It's provide me some fake AI news, really. Of course, I know I can do it myself. Why I need you? Oh. So what we want to do, we want ChatGPT for all with search capabilities, and let's try to do that. It should return us results much quicker. OpenAI upcoming GPT-5 model. Of course, everyone talking about it, but it probably would be so first of all, we could probably see 4.5, as I understand from Sam Altman blog posts, not blog post, his X account, OpenAI revenue projections and user growth. Revenue, and it looks like real news. 1 billion in 2025 and projected in 2024. This growth is attributed to the increasing adoption of OpenAI technologies despite the competition from companies like DeepSeek. Increase 33 by since December, reaching 400 million globally. The company is also discussion for 40 billion investment from SoftBank, valuing OpenAI approximately $300 billion. So you see, not the best business at all. So you see, $300 billion company, and its revenue only 11 billions. So if we looking into the percentage, it's like only 3.5% a year, which for any business, of course, consider it very low. Unless maybe it's some, some construction, not construction, but when you just providing some rent, or like you are landlord, how it's called, that business, you're renting your property, maybe 3.5% per year looks good. But here it's a company with so many competitors which need to be always in line, and it's making like 3 or 5% of revenue of its price. I don't know. Yeah, I need to research other companies, but I believe other companies making more. GenSpark, 100 million funding round. Its startup GenSpark has raised another 100 million in Series A funding, valuing the company like $500 million. A former Baidu AI executive, GenSpark aimed to challenge Google dominance in the search engine market by providing AI-generated search results that offer single answer responses with citations. So basically what others doing ChatGPT, for example. Chinese universities launch DeepSeek courses, which is cool. Does that this course aim to foster scientists and technology from education, allowing the Chinese National Action Plan to establish a high-quality education system? Cool. It's really cool news. OpenAI faces a lawsuit over AI training practice. Oh, really? Not only DeepSeek. From New York Federal Court, where Intercept alleges that OpenAI misused its news articles to train ChatGPT without permissions. Really? Intercept. US District Judge ruled that the intercepts plausibly demonstrated harm due to OpenAI removal of copyright management information from its articles. However, the judge dismissed claims that OpenAI unlawfully distributed the articles. This case adds a growing number of legal actions against tech companies over the use of copyrighted data for training AI systems. You know, it's really shouldn't work like that. If you have rights to read, you should have right to learn from it. Human shouldn't be undistinguishable from AI systems, I believe. Operator AI tool launches the AK. Okay, they provide operator to other companies, which is to other countries, which is good. Alibaba revenue surge driven by AI and e-commerce. So rose to 200 billion yuan. It's about 38 billions of dollars. This net income reaching billions. So plans. Okay, of course, we don't know the cost of that company, but yeah, it would be interesting to compare with OpenAI. OpenAI whistleblower death ruled a suicide. A former OpenAI performed whistleblower as a suicide by handshot. Balaji had previously alleged that OpenAI AI programs violated copyright laws, despite calls for further investigation from his family. Found no signs supporting homicide. This incident followed a lawsuit against OpenAI and public comment by Elon Musk questioning the suicide conclusion. You know, of course, that should be investigated with very high precisions, because, I mean, killing someone is not an answer. Even we see it happening over and over again. OpenAI restructuring to facilitate capital raising, of course. Action Summit highlight global AI initiative, of course. So at least we able to read about something in news. Hopefully GPT-4o3 mini high will fix itself in the nearest time, because right now what we see in the results of its answers on very simple questions about gather some latest AI news, it just didn't work. I mean, it provided some hallucinated news, which sounds very trustworthy, because they are about what's going to be next, like new AI chip from NVIDIA or GPT-5 from OpenAI. But I mean, it's not happened yet, and I ask exact question, news which has relevant sources, and so on, so on. So, what's next? I think we are really, it has my Wi-Fi doesn't have internet access on my phone. Okay, hopefully I still can see that. I see that stream is going on. Oh, I forgot to run my chatbot. Okay, today we will be without. No. Let me run chatbot. So I use the chatbot just to go and process my stream after it's had finished. So I'm just go. Yeah, probably I need to. Probably. Oh, please. Probably I need to cd C projects romantic YouTube, and we just call stream. Oh, really? it doesn't have, it couldn't access to the stream. So I need to run my romantic developer personal account. So I use that romantic developer account and I want to log in with my main romantic developer string. It's still not published application for authentication, so it's interesting question to understand. Is it always some tokens leave? Oh, really? No. Where is it? Here. We just need to authorize our chatbot. It's interesting if it's token live only for like week or 2 weeks and that's it, or there is a way to refer them more frequently, or maybe just because it's unpublished and it's just not doing its goal. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that we started the chat and now we are ready to finish our stream. The chat should handle stream processing once it will be finished. Yeah, I do that just to not execute that command manually, just to process the stream. And by the way, I believe last stream processing finished in error, in some mistake. Yeah, looks like. So interesting. Let me try to execute it once again. So it would be like, so let's see how it's should be executed my open source program just to process any videos or stream on YouTube. So right now I don't have any shortcut or something to run it. So I need to write, okay, give me 1 second. I just need to confirm that there are no that video or no that video. So I just want to see what's going on with that video processing in my, basically here in videos, and it's 220. Yeah, so we have some initial transcript. So let's try to execute very thing like improve SRT, and let's try to copy the folder and execute only a few recent steps. So it used some of my Azure account and it sent, so it divides the transcript SRT into 2 chunks because of it calculated approximately number of tokens required to send and to receive the answer, and because transcript SRT is pretty big, it decided that it need to send it in 2 chunks with some specific system messages and so on for that to be fully processed, and it's sending it to ChatGPT. And if you look, it use authentication against loading OpenAI, okay, loading Whisper, loading improved text, Azure Whisper, okay, and Azure, it says openai.com, and we don't see exact models. It will be in my generic, it will be in my generic Azure. It's my default configuration. That's why when I even don't specify any configuration, it uses that generic Azure. Yes, and it uses that configuration from LLM config. it uses that endpoint basically, and model, it uses some default model. It couldn't have any name, so it's not like with OpenAI SDK when you specify model as it exactly is in. So will it be able to process my SRT transcript? Oh no, what's going on? I believe last time probably it failed with some issue, but then I need to switch my computers, and when I open this computers it say, okay, I need to restart because of some issue, and I never see what's going on with that results, but I see that the folder have already files, already ODG file, it has transcripts, but it doesn't have original transcript, which means that transcript is not improved. Of course, we can try not improve transcript and execute our prompts on the original transcript, which will also work. We have that option, but I really want to try to improve transcript, and looks like it's still doing something. Okay, I think that would be it. I need to switch to my other computer soon, so yeah, I'll let you know next stream what is going on with my with my API calls to OpenAI. Hopefully it will pass through, and yeah, both streams would be described properly. In some, if it would be some issue, some error, of course it's also worthy, because we can investigate it and find possible reason and how to resolve it. So I found it cool and prominent. So I like the errors. Each error means that I have a possibility to learn, and which lead us to end statement on the stream, which I'll say, please learn endlessly, please love endlessly, and keep and gather wisdom endlessly. So 3 things which you can do endlessly. For everything else, just have endless acceptance and of everything is going on, and endless curiosity. So 5 endless things for you from me today, and see you later today. I hope I'll do later stream around 10 a.m. and where I do coding around my projects and around my cloud projects. This week was crazy. It completely was destroyal of my normal schedule, working schedule, and everything else. And if I can keep up with working schedule, I couldn't keep up with all my other schedule, like for my hobbies, for my streams, for everything else. That's why so many streams goes completely unprecedented time. Okay guys, I think that it. Let me know, because of so many issues today on the stream, let me try to send you a wave, and once I see it I will end the stream. So have a great day guys. Goodbye.